Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am the owner of Velvet Mesquite in Midland, Texas. We're a full-service wedding planning and floral design company, and I'm doing blind reactions to weddings, celebrity weddings, and giving opinions on if they're on trend or how much they cost, that kind of thing. So, disclaimer, I'm going to give kind of pricing of how much I think this wedding would cost, but there's many factors, including like the cost of florals or labor in whatever city that or town or whatever that they're located in. And I'm in no way saying this is how much it probably is for sure. And if you're watching this 3 years from now, then it's probably going to be even more.
Yay, inflation.
Yay, inflation.
All right, Elizabeth. Well, today I am having you react to Naomi Biden and, what's his name?
Peter Neal.
Naomi is President Biden's first granddaughter, his eldest granddaughter. And she got married at the White House recently.
So cool.
Which is beautiful. And I've compiled a bunch of pictures of their wedding.
So this picture is it's just like a super classic photo. He's really handsome. Yeah. A little cute little smile. Yeah. And then it looks like he has, from at least this picture, because it's black and white, it looks like instead of like a boutonniere, he has a brooch almost, which is very cool.
Yeah.
I like it. And I love her dress. It's like all the way up and very like classic Hollywood.
I feel like this photography style, at least this picture that we're looking at, it's like the old Hollywood photography style, right?
Yeah. Cool. Personals. Oh, pretty. Her dress is something else. Okay.
Everything that I looked at said that her dress was very indicative of, was it Grace?
Grace Kelly. It's so pretty. I love that it's like form-fitting, like around like her bust and her waist and her arms, but then it's super flowy, so it's like a little sexy but not. Mm-hmm. It's very like modest.
Yeah.
But it's just really pretty. And the fact that her lace, like the see-through lace, starts just like at this V. Mm-hmm. Is so pretty.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably something they had customized.
But I've been seeing also people saying that, like, this is the closest that America's going to get to a royal wedding. And I feel like her dress...
It's very princess.
It's perfect for that kind of thing.
It's very princess. Her bouquet is super simple. It reminds me of Kate Middleton's bouquet when she got married. Okay, it looks like it has Lily of the Valley in it, which is one of the ones that Kate Middleton had. I think her bouquet was like almost primarily Lily of the Valley. Lily of the Valley is so expensive. One, it's hard to come by, and then two, it's not a flower that's a good cut flower. It dies really, really quickly. Those little ones are what I'm thinking is probably Lily of the Valley, because I doubt she would do Baby's Breath, and Lily of the Valley and Baby's Breath both have like the little bitty buds. And then this maybe I think is Sweet Pea right here. Again, very expensive, but Lily of the Valley is like $100 a stem sometimes, or like a bunch, not a stem. So, but a bunch is like 10 little stems. And then, okay, so there's like some ruscus and maybe some kind of vine, like maybe jasmine vine. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of a grainy photo, but it was probably a $400 bouquet just because of what it was made out of. And then it was wrapped super elegant and super classy. I don't feel like she's holding her bouquet properly, though.
In that picture?
In this first picture. It feels off-centered. Like there's more right on this left side than on the right side. And so typically it probably was to be rotated. A lot of the times the florist will either tell you how to hold your bouquet or tell your photographer how to hold your bouquet or put something very obvious so you can see how to hold the bouquet. Like they'll either tie a knot in the front or do like little pins down the front. And so it's everybody's last thing that they're thinking about right before they either walk down the aisle or like in the middle of their pictures is to like double check your bouquet and if you're holding it correctly. But a florist is going to see that. Like that's going to be their first thing whenever they look back at the pictures. They're going to be like, damn it, she didn't hold her bouquet right.
So how would you recommend people hold their bouquets?
Yes. Okay. Second picture is better. So you're going to hold them like more or less at your belly button a little bit lower, and you're going to point it down. Like your thumbs should be at the back of the bouquet, kind of point them down. That way it's the flowers that are being seen and not like the stems. Nobody wants to see the stems. There's nothing pretty going on with the stems. They're not designed.
How do you feel about the long stem trend? Have you seen
hate
those?
long stems. I hate them. I think, don't like. But on that second picture, yeah, like she's holding it a little bit better, but you can see that it's not just like a super rounded bouquet. It has a little bit of like oblong shape to it, and that's where I feel like it was probably meant to be held. Yeah, where you can see like the oblongness and not just straight up. Super traditional corsage where you do it like on the ribbon or you do it on wire and the ribbon is showing. I'm honestly surprised they have that much ribbon showing, but it's cut very well, and those are looks like spray roses, probably $75 as a wrist corsage. Cool. Okay, next page. Ceremony. I love that. Okay, and we're just gonna like not take into consideration the fact that I'm sure they had the landscaping crew go a little bit crazy that week.
And they also have a rose garden. So we're gonna assume that none of the roses from the White House were used in this wedding, and that they were
they're
all bought.
not like counting on, the lawn being perfectly manicured as part of their budget or whatever. Because we have had clients that are like, okay, well, it's going to be in my backyard. Mm-hmm. So, my budget is XYZ, but that doesn't include like all of the plants and whatnot that we're going to get, because those are really on our like home landscaping budget. So I would assume it was kind of done the same way. Judging from this, I bet it's like, I'm just thinking about the size of it. Mm-hmm. It's probably like a 250 person wedding, maybe a little bit more than that. But I love how simple it is. Again, okay, if we zoom in, it looks like what they've done is they have what, is like naturally landscaped. And then there's no way they could have planned it knowing, oh my gosh, all of our rose bushes that just all happen to be 18 inches tall are all blooming at the exact same time. How perfect. No, this is an install, just an install really, really well done.
I don't think that those bushes are usually there. Like that aisle isn't usually there. Like this is the front lawn of the White House.
Well, you can tell the aisle is a is an aisle runner, which I hate aisle runners, hot take. But like you can see the creases in them. Aisle runners are not my thing. The like bushes and all of that shrubbery, they're probably looking at $6,000 to $10,000 of like nursery greens, and like probably airing closer on the lines 10 to 15. Just knowing you're going to be doing it at the White House, you can't screw it up. You need to make sure everything's like rounded well and everything. All the whites install. I don't know if I love it. Like, I think if I were doing, I get it. They want it to look like it's natural and like meant to be there. Like they just had it in their garden, their home garden. But I don't know if I love like the rounded bushes. I think I would have preferred flowers. Just like if we're going for the rounded look, we could have still done flowers. It doesn't do her dress justice. Okay. Installs. You spelled installs wrong.
Oh my god, no.
Hot take.
Is it 2 L's?
I think so. I love that. It's very... Is it like bicentennial-y where they did the like flag drapey in like the semicircle?
I think so.
Yes, that's how it like feels. Like very classic America. Yeah, that's really pretty. I think those probably were like 500 each at least. At least.
And there's 10 of them.
Well, okay, and I'm not giving it scale either. That could be, yeah, that's 10 to 20 feet across. So, like maybe 1,000 each. I mean, it's so pretty. Again, I think it's just like very classic America.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they were trying to be super trendy or anything. Even with like the classic style, they're not trying to be like super trendy. These flowers, these roses are all incredibly white and incredibly open. So I kind of think the blooms themselves are faux.
Really?
On the install. Because like
they're not
the
yellow
rose, there's no yellow. The hydrangeas aren't wilted at all. And like look how perfectly rounded some of these are. So this is a faux install. Tisk, tisk. No, I'm just kidding. All white, you're going to have to do faux. So that could have saved them some money. However, that does not mean faux saves you money. What that means is some companies have just a warehouse full of faux flowers, and so they can reuse. And in that case, if they are reusing faux flowers over and over and over again, they're a company that has big installs all the time, they'll use a base of faux flowers. You might save a little bit of money. However, if it is a company that is buying flowers specifically for your event, they don't have just faux flowers at the wazoo for funsies, you're not going to save any money because right now faux flowers are the same price, if not more expensive than the stem of what you're buying live. And if it's like us and most of our events are really custom and we're not redoing the same thing over and over again, we're not going to use them. So buyer beware, I guess. And the clients that are like, oh, I want to I'll do faux centerpieces. Like I'll do my own faux centerpieces because it's going to be cheaper than if I go to a florist. My question for you is, what the hell are you going to do with 32 faux arrangements in your house? It's just not feasible. And you're like, oh, well, these are just all excuses I've heard, right? I can give them away, like, or let my friend rent them for her wedding. She does not want to use your leftover arrangements for her wedding. No. Anyway, back to the thing. I love her train. Ugh. So cute. I think it's just so cool that she got to have a wedding at the White House.
Yeah.
Again, I think this was probably like a base of faux with maybe some real picked in, but like, I don't even know if there were that many real. I would assume it's probably like a faux greenery arch that they've then added real greenery to, and then picked faux flowers into, and then picked real flowers into. I'm super surprised, and this is from West Texas girl, I guess. So I'm super surprised there's not one like droopy looking flower anywhere. So again, in West Texas, that usually happens.
Especially with a white wedding.
Maybe not in places where it's not 100 degrees outside, but I still think this is probably mostly faux, which doesn't mean it's not beautiful, because it really is. But for us, it would have been like brown and wilty, even if it was in water, just being outside. And this is after the ceremony. The other thing would be maybe the florist finished literally right before.
Or they did a bunch of photos before the ceremony, and something like that might have happened. But
I would just think, like, my bet, if we were called to do something that was going to be highly photographed at the White House, I would probably do faux with, like, real pictin, just to cover your ass.
Yeah.
If anything went wrong. I love the, like, wreaths around the big lantern things. Lantern sconce things. I think, again, they probably ordered, like, a bunch of garlands. And then zip-tied casket pieces, which are just big foam pieces, like, instead of horizontal, vertically, both ways, for those big, like, bunches of florals. And I bet whatever was done with the flowers on the arch was done with these too. Again, they could be real. They are, like, some are opened way more than others. Like, that one's really open, that one's really open. So, they could have some real pictin. Like, there's, like, a little spray rose cluster, and it's just very interesting. Yeah, just really, really pretty, really, really classy. I mean, it's very well done and very elegant, but it's a very simple design. I know it would have been a very stressful wedding, but it's not like they're going, okay, how are we going to, like, mechanically make this work? Because it's very simple. I think, okay, for bridal bouquet, I think I said 400 minimum. Corsage, let's say 65. Arch, I give her $5,500. 2 wreaths. My cheating way is just giving every bloom $5 and then, like, guesstimating. We're gonna do 1,500 each, so that's 3,000. Stair railing. 10, 20. What's 20 times 500?
10,000.
Times 2.
20,000.
So we're gonna say 25,000 for the stair railing. That seems a lot, but so the reason I was going with that, like, my thought process behind that, is each of those, like, floral clusters are double-sided.
Yeah.
And so I was giving $500 per cluster. Like, so, like, $250 per side.
Yeah.
And there's 10. Yeah. And then you have just, like, the greenery garland as well. 55 times 10.
550.
Times 10.
5,500.
5,500. Large floor installs. So this is ceremony. We're just gonna do, like, ceremony. Okay, so 450 plus 65 plus 5,500 plus 3,000 plus 25,000 plus 5,500 plus 15,000.
54,515.
Okay, so floral's only 54,515, and then multiply that by 30%.
16,354.5.
Okay, and let's say 3 strike was gonna be another. So you're looking at before tax $77,000. It's like $78,000 worth of flowers, and that's not including whatever they've got going on inside, which I'm sure was beautiful.
And they had a reception, and I'm sure there were more than one corsage.
Oh yeah, so pretty, simple, elegant, nothing crazy. I'm sure it was a big team putting it all together. I hope this sheds some light on anything for y'all. If you want to see more of these, let us know. There's lots of celebrity weddings that we can get to. There's one in particular that I have on my mind that
I'll get working on that one. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's great. I wish them the best.
You can also do like a Reddit thread of like wedding fails or like nightmare wedding planner stories and stuff that we can like make you read.
Absolutely. I would love that. This is a fun little twist on what we do. And if you have any questions, need, floral advice or someone to do your wedding flowers, please let us know. You can visit our website, velvetmesquite.com. Follow along with us on Facebook and Instagram at Velvet Mesquite Designs. I think we also have a TikTok. And then like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.